Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another video. And today I would like to share my thoughts on Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest Episode 11, which you already know, it was another excellent episode. The Battle of Fairy Tail and Dragneel rages on with Team Natsu up against the mind-controlled members of Fairy Tail who are being manipulated by the White Mage. And then last week in episode 10, we saw the return of Diabolos, led by the smoking hot Kiria, along with Mad Mole, Scullion, and two more members of Diabolos, Nebaru and Wraith. So this episode has a lot of great matchups between the different characters. Around the halfway point, there's actually a surprisingly wholesome moment involving Natsu, which I think caught a lot of anime-onlys off guard because they definitely weren't expecting that. As someone who's read the manga, I was expecting it, but it even caught me off guard because of how well it was handled and just hearing certain voice actors reprise their roles. It was an excellent scene, so we'll be talking about that. There's some major boobage in this episode, as you can see right there with Kiria. But not just Kiria. We have my number one waifu, Lucy, and her two Stardust transformations to talk about. And I do have some screenshots of the manga to compare and contrast things. So without further ado, let's get to this episode. It doesn't actually start with Kiria, but I just had to have this as like the intro because, I mean, Kiria is smoking hot. And I'll continue to say it. She was smoking hot in the manga, but she's even hotter in the anime. It's just unreal, man. I love it. And not only with just her design in the anime, but the voice actor. The voice actor in Japanese and English, perfect fit for Kiria. I love her. Anyway, the episode actually starts with Wendy, who is being attacked by Nebaru, who is part of Diabolos, a dragon eater, and he realizes that Wendy is a sky dragon, so he's gonna eat her. It's like Smeagol. We eats it whole. If Baggins loses, we eats it whole. So she's in a bit of a predicament there with Carla. And there he is. A really frightening looking fellow. And we talked about this last week. He made his debut in episode 10. The color is accurate to how he looks in the manga because he's on the cover of volume 6. So there you go. You see here, Wendy's all tied up, and then she's in a cocoon. Nebaru's gonna eat her, and then like her legs, arms, and her face pops out, and she's ready to fight. And this is reminiscent to like her very first appearance during the Arashion Seis arc in the original series, but she's running to fight him, and she trips. Poor Wendy. But that's all we see of Wendy and her matchup. That's gonna continue because that fight mainly takes place near the end of Volume 5 into Volume 6. And as far as the adaptation's going, we're about halfway through Volume 5 in the manga. So that's it for Wendy. Now it cuts over to Kiria, which, again, goddamn, 10 out of 10 design. Holy shit. So she confronts him. We had, oh my god, this scene was just, this was too much. Where we had, Urza was going to go there and get one of the orbs because the whole game plan right now is it's an arms race. You have the White Mage controlling Fairy Tail, everyone except for Team Natsu and Juvia, trying to destroy the Lacrima to control Alderaan, the Wood Dragon God. Okay, you have Team Natsu trying to protect it because Alderaan is a peaceful dragon, and then Diabolos showing up to sort of reap the benefits and, you know, gain the powers of Alderaan as well. So everyone's fighting amongst each other. Urza at first had confronted Jalal, which he took his clothes off and he was, you know, trying to, you know, just do all sorts of crazy stuff with Urza. Then you had Laxus show up, and he's yelling at Jalal because he's not fighting Urza. And then Kiria shows up, and it's like, look at all these people. And then she can smell that Laxus is the Dragon Slayer. So they're all showing up. And then this is where we get the first major boobage. This is actually a video, so we'll go through this, and you gotta see, man. Like, whoa. Laxus just beats the shit out of her. But real quick, you see, like, in slow motion, look at the boobage! I mean, goddamn, those things are huge. So, another reason why we love Kiria so much. I can fix her. So after that, it cuts over to, you had Lucy with Loki and Virgo versus the Strauss family. Mira Jane, Lasana, and Elfman. And you had Lucy was taking on Lasana. You had Loki versus Elfman, and then you had Virgo versus Mira Jade. But they're not doing so good. So Loki's all tied up. Virgo's all tied up. And in this scene, she's like, tighter, make it tighter. I love bondage. Okay, you weirdo. And Lucy's like, what the fuck? I thought I summoned the most powerful spirits. What are these two doing? They're useless. So she gets rid of them and then summons Tauros And we get her first transformation into the Tauros star dress, you know, the sexy cowgirl, which we've seen that before already, but this is the first time we've seen it in 100 Years Quest. And then she also summons Gemini to make another version of Lysana to distract Mira Jane. So Lucy using her strategy, and with that, that's the copy of Lysana, Sis Mira! And Mira Jane can't fight anymore because she's distracted. So there you go, you know, just a screenshot from that page where she summons Tauros. I guess we can kind of zoom in a little. So you get Tauros, and, you know, Tauros making that face, and Lucy right there. Pretty accurate if I do say so myself. Some Lucy boobage for you, if you will. You can see a little jiggle. So there you go, some jiggle. Thank you to the add-ons who put these little clips together for me. Much appreciated. But anyway, so they're fighting and actually holding their own, and then Scullion and Mad Mole show up, and he one-shots Tauros. And then what happens is Mad Mole and Scullion start fighting against Elfman and Mira Jane, and Lucy recognizes them. And I love Mad Mole, how whenever he speaks, he goes, "It's me, Mad Mole, cha, cha." He keeps the cha thing going. So the two of them fight, and then Lysana pops out of nowhere. There's Lucy. And Lysana pops out of nowhere, turning into a snake. And she's going to dye Lucy white and make her one with the white mage. And she gave Lucy the ultimatum. There's two options. You can join us or die. So Lucy objected to both of them, obviously. But Lysana says, okay, you're going to join us. So we get some more sexy action here. We get Lysana in her snake form wrapping around Lucy. It's just great. Look into my eyes. And the sexual tension going on in these scenes. My God, man. I will dye you white, Lucy. And all the innuendos. Last week we saw that with Jalal and Ursa. Like, come, Ursa, I shall dye you white. And Ursa's like, what the hell do you mean by that? So there you go. I saw some people nitpicking this. I mean, I don't know what there is to nitpick. It's the same thing. It's just, maybe people were thrown off because of the color of Lysana. I kind of thought she was just going to have like white or maybe silver scales, kind of to match her hair, but she's green, which I guess is similar to that of a snake or a naga. But, you know, looks fine to me. So there you go. But people are going to nitpick everything. I'm just showing you for context. Then cuts over to Urza, who is getting restrained by Jalal. And you have these hearts, and he's, come, Urza, I shall dye you white. And Urza's like, what the fuck are you doing, Jalal? We're going to do this and that to each other. Come, my sweets, let me dye you white. And the sound effects as he was prancing around. Right now, it's more to dye you white. You shall be loved by the 7 stars. And that's his move, Grand Chariot. May the 7 stars, may you be judged by the 7 stars. Grand Chariot. So Urza, you know, what the hell is this guy's problem? So again, some more screenshots there. Then it cuts over to Wraith, which that was at the very end of last week's episode where Natsu confronted him. He's the spirit dragon, and Happy couldn't see him. He's like, Natsu, who are you talking to? He's right there, Happy. Can't you see him? And he turns Natsu into a spirit there. So Natsu effectively dies for a second. They refer to this area as Beta Heaven. When I first read the manga, which I think they called it Beta Heaven in the manga as well, I thought of it as a purgatory, but the way they explain it is it's Natsu's subconscious, which they call Beta Heaven. So poor Happy, his best friend, Natsu, wake up! And Natsu wakes up on the clouds here. And what do you know? But he sees his brother Zareth. And in a second here, it shows Mavis and their 2 children, August and Larcade. And this scene made me so happy, man. It was such a beautiful scene, seeing everyone together. There's Natsu hugging, First Master, you're here! First Master, yes, I'm here, Natsu, calm down. And she's smiling. Oh my God, it's such a wholesome scene right there. There's Larcade and August, which we never saw like the baby version of Larcade, but if you remember, I think it was a little bit in Fairy Tail Zero, but also in the final season of the original series. There was the whole thing when August, he was the old man, part of the Spriggan 12, and then it shows like his backstory and all that. And it shows like a little scene of him as a young child, but you know, we see him here in the anime now. And that's well, they're both Zareth and Mavis's children, but in the original series, I think Larcade was kind of like a demon of the Book of Zareth, if I remember correctly, but this was their kid. So it's just beautiful to see them together. And seeing Zeref hug Arcade, oh my god, man. And Mavis and August, such a beautiful scene. And there it is in the manga. About as good as you can get. You get Mavis, you know, making her face like as Natsu hugs her. Where is it? Yeah, so cute. And the kids and Natsu's derpy face. So, but then there's even more. So there's Mavis, her 2 children. Igneel shows up as well. And Natsu and Igneel have a heart-to-heart here where Natsu's like, I can't do anything, Igneel, you know? All my attacks aren't working, he's a ghost. Well, Natsu, you've overcome much more before, much stronger foes. You can do it, Natsu. And what Igneel says, too, is he talks about, you know, this is your subconscious, it's Zeref, Mavis, their kids, I'm here. And he mentions it in the anime as well. He says, Atlas Flame's over there, Lucy's parents are over there, your other friends who died in combat are over there. But they don't show it in the anime. That will be my one nitpick of this episode. They don't show it in the anime. They name drop them. But in the manga, it shows the other characters. Like right here. Here's, you know, in your heart, Zeref, Mavis, and I all live peacefully. Beyond that, there's also Atlas Flame and Zirconis. I don't know why Zirconis is there, because he wasn't really a nice dragon. Uncle Atlas, you know, it's okay to have him there. Lucy's parents and your friends who lost their lives in battle. That's Simon, and those 2 are the ones from the Phoenix Priestess movie. So the movies are canon, which Hiramashima said that before. He's actually said the filler is canon to the story. Perhaps Acnologia is here as well. So, oh man. And Igneel says this in the anime, but they don't show, like you could have just shown a little screenshot of Atlas Flame and Lucy's parents. And you don't have to show everyone, but just show a couple of them if that's all you need to do. But just a beautiful scene. And then Zeref says, come on, Natsu, it's time to go. And Natsu has one last thing. He says, big bro, take good care of Mavis. And he sees his brother off. A beautiful, beautiful scene. I loved it. My one nitpick, the fact that they didn't show these other characters, but they did mention them by name. So that's good, I suppose. So anyway, Natsu wakes up, and remember, he's the spirit. And he bites him. He bites Wraith. I'm not going down without a fight. And he sucker punches him. You gotta love Natsu. Don't go eat my soul. And what happens is like, okay, you're gonna play that game? I'm gonna turn into Happy. I'm gonna possess Happy. You can't hurt your friend. Says who? And he punches Happy. So Wraith is like, what is this fucking guy's problem? So what happens is Wraith is going around Drazel looking for a match, and he mentions that the way he can synchronize is if someone has an equal or greater amount of power, or they've had a near-death experience, and the third condition is if they're family. And he's like, okay, I'm not going to find anyone who's part of my family. So the one he finds is Master Makarov, because he has, I'm sure, a greater amount of power than Wraith, has had multiple near-death experiences. And the third option, stay tuned for more, but he possesses Makarov. And then Natsu says, the old man's legs have been busted since the Alvarez War. What are you going to do with him? But you see right there, he's overflowing with magical energy, and that's going to continue in the next episode. Natsu versus Wraith, who is possessing Makarov. So with that, we we cut back over to more Lasana and Lucy sexy time. Come on, Lucy. Be dyed white, and Lucy's like, uh-oh, she's losing herself. And what happens is, thinking back to the Dragon Cry movie, she does the Capricorn star dress, which that was the same thing in the Dragon Cry movie. She turned into Capricorn, and the sunglasses negated the effect. Look at her go. So Capricorn, unhand my woman, will you? And there you have her standing tall. And another interesting note about the Capricorn star dress, we've seen all of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken, except for the mixed forms, which we're going to see in the later 100 Years Quest episodes. But Capricorn, that star dress never appeared in the original series. It only appeared in the Dragon Cry movie. So, and then Lucy also says, I think I come up with a way to save everyone. As usual, the best girl always finds a way to save everyone. But my comparison here is, this is from the Fairy Tail Wiki. I just got all these different screenshots to compare them all. This is the first time we've seen it in the actual anime. And again, this is based off the manga, the 100 Years Quest manga. But the first time it appeared in the series was in the Dragon Cry movie. And it's a little bit different. The movie obviously was a different animation studio and they had a higher budget. But you see the strap is a little different, and now it's like a chain. And I think it looks better, honestly. But obviously it's based off the manga. But there you go, just a little bit of comparison. And there's also, well, yeah, it looks like there's some straps going down the middle there. But you can't really see the whole body shot there. There wasn't a whole body shot. Like, the best thing it got was this one. There wasn't really the whole thing. But, you know, you see it's a little bit different now in the anime with the chain as opposed to how it first appeared in the movie. I like it. It's one of her better star dresses, in my opinion. I think my favorite, honestly, is the Leo one. The one we saw, the black dress, early in the episode. So the episode ends with Kiria, who got her ass kicked by Laxus. And of course, we saw her at the very beginning of the episode, all gung-ho, ready to face off against him. She's a dragon eater, he's a dragon slayer. But it's not looking so good for her now. She's all battered and bruised, has a surprised look on her face. And then it shows Laxus completely unscathed, and he's like, "You want some more?" And Kiria, funnily enough, says, "Yes, I do want some more." But the episode ends with a nice ass shot of Kiria, which, just look at that thing, man. My goodness. And that's why I keep saying the anime is handling her so much better, because in the manga, you get an ass shot of Kiria, but she's still wearing her little dress thing, so it's not as exposed as it is here. And I really do believe the anime staff must be big fans of Kiria. To that I say, thank you very much, anime staff. I am also a big fan of Kiria. But that's where the episode ends. Here's the comparison. You see, she's still wearing that. So you get the booty, but not quite as much as you get here. And what is going on with her? I just noticed this now. I thought she was wearing like a thong at first, but she has like straps. Is she wearing like a thong underneath that? What's going on there, Kiria? I'll have to research that after this video's over. But anyway, look at Laxus' face here. He looks even more pissed in the manga. And Kiria's thinking that he's that strong. "You still want to continue, Missy? But that's good. I wonder I should cut you up." So see, she's like, "I need more. Keep beating me." But yeah, another great episode. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Still a lot more to come. Of course, we have Natsu versus Wraith, who's possessing Makarov. This battle's continuing. What's going on with Jalal and Urza? We have Wendy and Nebaru. Lucy has a plan, which has to do with Capricorn sunglasses, which saved her in the past. How's it going to save her going forward? Well, stay tuned for more in next week's episode, episode 12. Minor spoilers for a character who hasn't appeared in the anime yet, because I have been rereading the manga, and about halfway through volume 6, Selene makes her debut in the manga, so that should be only a couple more episodes. And if I can base how they're handling Kiria in the anime, I have very high expectations for how they're going to handle Selene, and I can't wait to see her, so definitely looking forward to that. I also have been watching the English dubbed episodes, but I'm a little bit behind because I record these before the next dub episode comes out, so by the time this video is uploaded, episode 9 will be out and dubbed, but as of right now, I've only watched up to episode 8, which is the Fairy Nail episode, and that was hilarious with Naku and Lucia, so that's some good stuff. And the dub is great. I love following along with that, but I'm one episode behind as I'm recording these videos, but it is what it is. You guys are mainly here for the new episodes, and the new episodes have been great. I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Everybody have a great day, and peace out.
99.